All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're getting our hands dirty with one of the biggest and friendliest programming languages out there, Python. We're going to cover the absolute must-know basics that'll kickstart your entire coding journey.
And we have to start with this. It's a classic for a reason. Printing Hello World is like the universal rite of passage for every programmer. It's simple, it's satisfying, and honestly, it's the perfect way to make sure everything's set up and ready to go. So how do we actually do that? To get the computer to say Hello World, or really anything at all, we need our very first tool from the Python toolbox. It's a special command called the print function. So what exactly is it? Well, think of the print function as your program's voice. It's how you get it to talk back to you. You can give it text, you can give it numbers. Whatever you put inside, it's going to display it right on the screen for you to see. And here it is, the first magic spell that pretty much every coder learns. You just type print, add a set of parentheses, and then, inside some quotes, you write Hello World. That's literally it. You've just told the computer what to do. And bam, look at that. The program does exactly what you told it to. This is your first win, your first little victory in coding. You wrote a line of code, and it worked. It sounds small, but trust me, this is the feeling that gets you hooked. Now, before we get too far ahead, let's just quickly go over a few super common trip-ups. First, Python is picky about capitalization, so print has to be all lowercase, no exceptions. Second, it's a function, so it always needs those parentheses. And last, make sure your quotes match. You can use single or double, doesn't matter, as long as you open and close with the same kind. Okay, so printing text is cool. We can make the computer say things. But what if we want it to, remember stuff? How does a program actually hold on to information to use later? Well, that's where the real power starts to come in. We give our program a memory, and the way we do that is with something called variables. This is a game changer. So, what's a variable? Honestly, the best way to think about it is just as a labeled box. That's it. It's a container. You give the box a name, you put some information inside, and now whenever you need that info, you can just call it by its name. And this is exactly what it looks like. We're creating a box called name and putting the text Alice inside it. Then we're making another box called age and storing the number 30. That single equal sign is called the assignment operator. It's just a symbol we use to put the value on the right into the box on the left. Right, so we have these boxes, these variables, to store things. But what kind of things can we store? Well, that brings us to data types. These are basically the fundamental building blocks of all information in Python. And here are the big four you'll use all the time. You've got integers, or int, which are just whole numbers. You've got floats, which are numbers with a decimal point. Then there are strings, or str, which is just a fancy word for text. And finally, Booleans, which sound complicated but are super simple. A Boolean can only be true or false. That's it. So here's what that looks like in a real-world example, maybe for a game. We could store the player score as an integer, their player accuracy as a float, the player name as a string, and their online status is online as a Boolean. And what's really cool is that Python is smart enough to figure out the data type on its own. You don't have to tell it. Okay, this is where it all comes together. We have our tool for displaying things, the print function, and we have our tool for remembering things, variables. So what's the next logical step? We combine them. Let's see how we can print the information we've stored in our boxes. Now this slide is so important because it highlights a really common point of confusion. It's the difference between printing what's inside the box versus printing the label on the box. See, on the left, without quotes, Python fetches the value from the variable. On the right, with quotes, it just prints the literal text, player name. The quotes make all the difference. So how do we mix our stored data with some plain text? Well, one easy way is to just separate them with a comma inside the print function. As you can see here, you can have a string of text, then a comma, then your variable. Python is smart enough to piece it all together into one nice, clean sentence. But there's an even better, more modern way to do this. It's called an f-string, and honestly, it's awesome. All you do is put the letter F right before the opening quote. This tells Python, hey, I'm going to put some variables directly inside this text. Then you just pop your variables inside these curly braces, and Python slots their values right into the sentence. It's way cleaner and much easier to read. So let's just take a quick step back and recap. I know these ideas might seem pretty simple on their own, but what we've just walked through, printing information, storing it in variables, and combining the two, this is the absolute foundation of basically every piece of software you've ever used. So think about it. You now have three really powerful skills. You can make the program talk to the user using print, you can make it remember information using variables, and you can combine them to create dynamic, meaningful messages with f-strings. This is the core loop of what programming is all about.
And really, that's everything you need to get started. You now have the fundamental building blocks to make a computer display and remember whatever you want. So that leaves me with just one question for you. With these new tools in your belt, what's the first thing you're going to build?